Hello everyone. This is a Valentine's Day special message. Of course, I'm very happy for everybody who's celebrating Valentine's Day with their spouses, their partners. But Valentine's Day has become less popular over the years. It's not as trendy anymore like before. The whole concept of self-love, self-care, that is trending more nowadays all over the world. But if we talk about 80s and 90s, 30 years back, 20 years back, even 15 years back, which is very, very recent, there was no concept of self-love. These hashtags were not there, these kind of terms were not coined. People were completely unaware of what self-love could be. And no one had expected that this will become a revolution, a category in itself, and a way of life in itself. But nowadays, of course, it's become very fashionable and it's all over. It's part of the pop culture. It's hashtag self-love, hashtag self-care, and a lot of companies, brands are doing marketing gimmicks over it, trying to sell products and creating events out of it. Even on Valentine's Day, brands will have gimmicks on self-love now, trying to sell their products for singles with that strategy, going a little anti-Valentine's maybe, because everybody is aware of it now, everybody knows it now. Thank God, because of internet, we've been able to spread the awareness and been able to educate ourselves, right? Everybody's talking about how you need to prioritize yourself, put yourself first, filling your own cup before you pour into others, etc., right? But that is happening only now because of the awareness, because of how it has revolutionized the whole culture. But some of us were aware of this even 15 years ago, before it became a mainstream thing. We were putting ourselves first even then, even 15 years ago, but we were considered very selfish at that point of time by our friends, family, partners, whoever we were with. But of course, we learnt it the very hard way. Initially, we were not putting ourselves first, whether it was for family, friends, or other people. We were not putting ourselves first. And we were taught very harsh lessons by the universe. We were literally punished by the universe for not putting ourselves first. That is how the universe teaches you the lessons, okay? Because it will not open doors for you unless you learn to put yourselves first. Some of us learnt our lessons way back in our childhood itself, in our teenage years, very early in life, through traumatic, devastating situations, life-shaking situations, which shook us out of those mindsets where we were not able to put ourselves first. Which is why we started practicing self-love very early in life, before it became part of the mainstream world, before it became a trend. I was basically not like this at all. I was doing completely opposite of what I do now. I had to literally be shaken out of that. With many events, a lot of chaos, I understood what I was doing wrong. Because the pattern will keep repeating unless you learn the lesson, you'll keep attracting the same pattern. That is how the universe works. It will not leave you unless it has taught you the lesson, right? So once I understood it, then I of course started changing it, and then I saw my life changing in a huge way because of doing that. So basically, when you're born on earth, your responsibility is to take care of yourself alone, only you initially. Okay, if you have dependents, like you have kids, you have a family, you have pets, etc., of course you'll have to take care of them, but by keeping yourself first. Please do not forget that, because the universe wants you to understand that. Fill yourself. The universe wants you to know that you need to fill yourself first and then let it flow to others, overflow to others. Okay, that is the rule, that is like a game changer for your life if you're not doing that. Because when you have not taken care of yourself, I've seen that also in my personal life, in people around me, right? When they are not happy, they have not taken care of themselves, but they are trying to take care of other people, they will always make mistakes while doing that. It will always come out as a wrong way. It will never be, it will always be like a half-hearted effort. It will be painful, it will be agonizing, and even if you are taking care, you will be in deep resentment while taking care of those people. Because you're not watering your own garden. Your garden is like a barren land, and in that barren land there won't be any vegetation, there won't be any fruits. From that space, when you're trying to do things for people, it will always be a disaster. So even if you're living in large family formats like a joint family or something, even then take care of yourself, put yourself first, because in those situations it's very easy to forget yourself.